It's getting down to a scant few remaining in the NHL and NBA playoffs. Major League Baseball is in the thick of things in the month of May, and we have a special guest, Rich Yokel, who is the umpire-in-chief of the Flagler County Umpire Association. Right here on Thursday Night Live, the Chain Gang Sports Show. It is broadcast every Thursday night from the Flagler Voice Podcast Studio, powered by the U.S. News and Entertainment Network. Things are truly better with us.
Good evening, everyone. We are live from the Flagler Voice Podcast Studio.
That's right. We are ready to take your calls. 386-251-8100. Let's hear from you.
Here we go. Call 386-251-8100. Let's go. Call now.
Tommy Thunder, Karaoke Courtney. We've got a special guest tonight. It's a big night for us here on Chain Gang Sports Show. Rich Yokel, who is, as I said before, the umpire-in-chief. That's a UIC of the Flagler County Umpire Association. That's
not a job I want. That is definitely not a job I want, especially with the crazy parents that we deal with every day. And I say that as the father of three girls that came through different programs, but I've also coached, and it is not easy what this man does.
No,
has
it's
to do.
not easy.
Whew. And the people underneath him, they get thrown into the fire every time. So
any form of refereeing,
absolutely.
Or anything. Yeah. But baseball has always been traditionally. Well, it goes back to the old what was that? Kill the Umpire.
Yeah,
that was a book from many years ago.
You're blind. You're blind ump.
And so, Rich, I got to say, welcome.
Thank you. It's great to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Do you have any Billy Martins out there?
There's plenty of baseball and umpiring stories to tell.
Oh, I bet. Yeah. Any dirt kicked on you?
Plenty. Not personally, no.
Okay.
No,
but there's been dirt kicked?
I've seen it kicked. I've pretty much seen it all in the 10 years I've been umpiring. Yeah, it's the good and the bad.
Yeah, I bet.
Oh, sure.
So you get in there too. Not only are you running the organization, but you get in there.
Yeah, I umpire.
You get the equipment on and go to it.
Yep, I'm one of the guys.
And the age groups start out at
so we're doing the 8U, actually machine pitch over at Flagler Babe Ruth, and it goes all the way up to 18U.
18U.
Yeah,
okay.
It's all, we represent Flagler Babe Ruth, Palm Coast Little League, and St. Augustine Little League softball. So we're doing all the 18U youth baseball. There's another group out there, amazing group, A1 Sports Officials, who handle all high school in the area. Yes. Amazing group. I'm a member of that group. But we're handling all the youth baseball in Flagler County.
And there's a lot of it. That's
Flagler County's getting bigger and bigger each. It is just growing. Yeah, I mean, the complexes they build now, and not only do you have the fairgrounds out there, but you also have different parks that have complexes now, and they're building another one, from what I understand.
Yeah.
It's a complex situation.
How did I know something like that?
But the Indian Trails,
that's the one. Over by Bird of Paradise, right? Yeah,
that's right. And they're always talking about expanding that.
They are. I've heard great things.
And now you have a new league, from what I understand. It's an adult league.
They're doing a wood bat league that's coming to Palm Coast.
Orange State League?
Yeah, Orange State League. I think they're called the Palm Coast Big Buoys.
Big Buoys, yeah. Like the buoy out in the ocean.
Yeah. We've reached out to the league and asked them if they would like some of our guys we have a few guys, we have 5 guys on our roster that are high school certified, including me. And we've asked if they wanted us to help them out, so we'll see what happens.
Right. Yeah,
good for you. Right. And when you told us as we talked, getting ready for the show, that you do this strictly voluntarily. There's no little cash bucket at the bottom of your guitar box. So I applaud you, because that is not easy. I know my dad did it when I was a kid. He was the head of the umpires, putting 2 men at every field in different parts of at different parks. I can't even imagine what you go through when you do it. It's an amazing thing you do.
Yeah, well, thanks. I mean, I moved here full time about 5 years ago. I bought a house here about 14 years ago, and I started umpiring. And we realized that as I was just umpiring, that there was no organization running umpires, right? It was just the leagues were scheduling the umpires. They were getting names from people that, I umpired once in my life. Yeah, I'll do your game. And, there were some great umpires. There were some great umpires. But, every league I've worked in, including in Pennsylvania where I'm from, and then I lived in St. Pete for a while, I was always part of an umpiring organization, right? And we're so much better as an organization than we
Sure.
are as individual umpires. So I reached out to a bunch of the guys that I had met after year one and said, hey, would you join an organization if we started one and just, worked with each other, learned from each other, put on some clinics, got better. And, everybody joined. So anybody who was umpiring in Flagler County decided to join our group, right? And we just truly believe we're better as a group than we are as
Oh, no
individuals.
question. I'm sure you don't have 4 people showing up for one game, because I know when my dad did
4
it.
or none.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, right, exactly. Feast
Yeah,
the family.
yeah,
I remember that going. It's 4 guys, and they're like, "Oh, I got this game. Well, I got."
Yeah,
And it's like,
no,
okay.
you don't. And usually that would happen, right? You'd have 0 or 4.
Mm-hmm.
And so we decided to do this. I do volunteer my time to do it. It's not one of these scheduling where, the guy, sometimes a scheduler will take $5 from each guy as his fee to schedule. That's not what I do. I just volunteer my time. It's my way of giving back to the community. And
Wow,
making
good
sure
for you.
That
Man.
baseball's great for kids in Flagler County.
I thought I was the only great guy around, but there's
No,
obviously
well,
other great
yeah.
people. I knew that was coming. Set myself up for that one. But it's all right.
When it comes to umpires, I guess everyone wants to be, out there. They want to be a coach, and all volunteering.
I did it all.
yeah.
I did it all. And I served on the board.
Did you do any announcing?
No, I didn't do that because I don't think Fields had little PA booths in every stadium. But no, I did it all. So I was on both sides of the lines, and I can tell you this: umpiring, just like coaching somebody else's kids, they're both difficult. I mean, parents are crazy. So whether you're the one calling balls and strikes or you're the one putting the kid in left field, it's that's my kid should be the left fielder. It doesn't, and I'm sure Rich can attest. It doesn't matter what field it is. It could be a basketball court or anything. Crazy doesn't change. Crazy is always going to be a part of what they do, and it's not easy. And I commend him for. You have to have thick skin, first of all.
Sure. Sure. Thick skin and a
Tommy
stable,
Thunder.
and a stable microphone.
And beating up the mic.
But
Yeah, go ahead.
you have to have thick skin.
Sure, you do.
Absolutely.
Oh man,
Just to be anywhere near a field, youth sports, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because you never know who's going to
And if
show
you're
up.
a producer,
yeah,
And,
you better have thick skin.
But a lot of people would love to be an umpire. A lot of the parents and stuff, and you quickly find out, Rich, probably who's the Enrico Palazzo.
I want to be an umpire.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
who was the Harry Wendell?
Yeah.
right.
I'm Harry.
Yeah.
You're
I mean,
not the Enrico Palazzo.
No.
Everybody wants to be, or not everybody wants to be, but everybody thinks they're an umpire, right? And the bottom line is, it's fairly easy to call balls and strikes and out and safe. You got a 50% chance you're going to be right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
If you do, but you want to do it right.
yeah, but ball, strike, out, safe, right?
Right.
It's 50-50.
Right.
But then you get into, obstruction, interference,
Sure.
balk.
Infield fly rule.
Infield fly rule. Even the hidden ball trick. This weekend we had a tournament where, we had an illegal hidden ball trick.
Sure.
Right?
Did he put his foot on the rubber? How long did he have? Did he step off properly?
So everything is easy until it's not.
Right.
So it's
Right?
not-
Yeah.
And that's what this organization is really trying to do, right? We get together twice a year for training. What we call debrief, maybe at a local establishment or something afterward. Our games are done, and we're always calling each other and learning from each other and texting each other and emailing each other. Because again, it's not an easy job. We go out there some
No, it's
nights
not.
and we're calling ball, strike, out, safe, and you get off the field and there's no issue. But have a runner lane interference, an obstruction call, an
Sure.
interference call, all the stuff
Yeah.
from doing it.
Yeah.
And then it gets crazy.
It does, and even now, I still think baseball is not being. Now they're taking managing away from baseball. Analytics is taking over, and now they're talking about electronic umpiring. And if
the
you take the
ABS.
human element out of this game, you're going to ruin the game because you still have to have human element at the lower levels because they're not going to be bringing in balls and strikes
Yeah,
on a computer.
that's funny because
at a little league game.
That's funny because when I usually speak in front of all the leagues before the season starts at their coaches meeting, and last year part of my speech was I got to start the meeting out with some bad news, and they all look at me and like, "What are you guys not umpiring anymore?" And I go, "There is no replay in this league."
Yeah, there you go. Right, there you go.
Let's lay it out there right
Yeah.
now because even the Little League World Series has replay.
No,
now,
right, I know. That's crazy.
So they're all so used to this concept of replay and fixing things, and then we tell the kids who don't like the ball and strike call, your strike zone isn't that box that you watch on TV.
That's
the
right.
MLB strike zone.
Right.
So it's just those types of things make our job a little difficult. I mean,
Well,
I have a different perspective on on replay at the major league level. I mean, I do think, as umpires, we want to, quote, get it right.
Sure.
So if replay helps get it right and it's done fast, I don't have that much of a problem of it. I think the issue is that the groups under that, probably, college is using replay now, but high school and down, which again, I do high school, not part of this group, but high school and down, they're parents who just think,
Listen, Rich, to tell you that my life is about sports. I actually go on a Saturday. Sometimes I'll go to a Little League game. And what I know, I had this one guy, I was watching him, and he's got his kid, his phone out, and there was a play, and he swore, I have the replay. You can see clear. I can only imagine. I mean, everybody's got a solution to fixing what's part of the human element. The human element, we make mistakes. Things happen. And parents need to be more forgiving that this is not, these guys aren't getting paid $100,000. They're getting paid, a few bucks to come out there and make sure your kid has a good experience on the field. That's exactly right.
It's all about making sure that the kids have a great experience.
That's right.
That's why we do this. We have a hashtag that we do at Flagler County Umpire Association when we tag ourselves. We do it for the kids. That's why we do it. We show up in a uniform. We show up clean shoes, belt, pants, hat. We look good.
And that's so important. Mm-hmm. You get the guy that gets out all disheveled with the wrinkled shirt that was in the back of his car that he slept on last night.
Yeah.
That's
hey, listen,
it's there.
It exists. There's nothing better than walking.
Could you be more descriptive?
Yeah, sorry. That was me.
There's nothing better than walking on a field with a 12-year-old. Usually it's the 12 or 10-year-olds walking on a field, and they go, "Oh, cool, we got a real umpire tonight."
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
that just makes you feel so good, and that's what we want to do.
And how do you? And here's a big question, because I don't like confrontation, but be careful if you're going to confront me on things, and I can only imagine how you're able to walk away from somebody who's being belligerent.
Yeah,
because I've seen the Courtney walking a dog, and the guy yelled at her about a dog being on the grass, and she went crazy, so she could never umpire.
Yeah, well, one of the things
she's a little crazy.
One of the things that
a little bit.
She should be a manager.
Yeah,
I am.
Yeah, she played. Remember, she played.
Yeah.
State. She was on the state traveling team.
That's it. And she probably gave him
Courtney Hustle. We gave her that name.
That's
for a
it.
while.
By the way, the Chain Gang Sports Show every Thursday night, 6:30 to 7:30. You can hear us live. You can give us a call. Be part of the action, 386-251-8100. Give us a like, follow, share, and subscribe. Talk to Karaoke Courtney, Tommy Thunder, Johnny Monte Carlo here, and, of course, our special guest tonight, a very special guest, Rich Yogel, who is the UIC. That means the Umpire-in-Chief of Flagler County
I love it.
Umpire Association. Give us a call again, 386-251-8100. Coming up in just a few minutes, got a Major League Baseball update with Karaoke Courtney. A lot of action this afternoon. Yankees ended up winning today.
9-2, baby. Not that I know, but it was 9-2 in case anybody wanted to know.
9-2 against the Rangers.
There you go.
And that win, and if the Cubs have won today, they're now tied up with the Braves for the overall best record
So
in
the
baseball.
Cubs won 8-3
look at
against
that.
the Reds.
See that? Yes, boom. Karaoke comes throwing.
That's what we like.
Throwing the heat from that. Rich, I tell you what, this is. I'm glad you're on the show.
Yeah.
I think, and I'm going to plug for the studio. I really believe a great thing that you guys should think about a podcast, having people on, parents on, your other umpires. Yeah. You talk about having that group meeting.
Yeah.
No better place than to sit here and talk about it right here on the show. And I mean, all the time. Sorry. The producer who owns the thing. Oh, great idea. Cheers.
Our season is wrapping up, right? And we had over 350 games that we scheduled umpires for. 500 spots. So you're talking about 2-man versus 1-man umpires. 350 games, 500 spots. I think we had like a 98%.
Good for you. My applause, because I tell you what,
kids are not playing youth baseball in Flagler County without an umpire.
Good for you, brother, because that's huge. Hang your hat, because that's huge.
Well, I can't do it without the help of league presidents and 25 umpires, and it's just an amazing group.
Scheduling them, getting them there, creating the organization. Kudos to you, really, man.
Thanks.
I mean, I can't tell you.
I appreciate it.
And we've seen a rise in female umpires.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
We don't have any. I'll tell you, I have trained a few female umpires when I was over in St. Pete. We try to recruit some female umpires from the high school. We actually have, I think, about 4 or 5 high school umpires from Flagler Palm Coast High School and Matanzas High School on our roster. Oh, wow. They're amazing umpires.
I tell you
they're
what,
some of our best umpires.
When my girls played Palm Beach Gardens Lady Gators softball, which is a top program in the state of Florida. By the way, I was a coach for the runner-up team, second in the state. But that's what I did know is that the girls that went off to college that played high school, They came back to umpire and they were amazing at it. You know,
Yeah.
playing in Alabama, you know, playing at big time schools, because Florida athletes go up and they play the girls that are good at fast pitch. It's a different game. I coach both fast pitch and baseball. Totally different game.
It is a different game.
Coming from a
rules.
different spot,
Yep.
different rules.
Different rules. But our guys do baseball and softball. And if I could plug it, I would love to have anybody listening who wants to umpire softball, a lady from high school, you know, anybody who we would love to have some female umpires umpire our softball games. Again, I've trained a few of them, and they are amazing umpires. They're just amazing.
Well, we'll continue to plug for your program because I'm a big believer in youth sports. I've been a part of the board for youth football, baseball, and of course fast pitch softball. So how does one become an umpire? Because I'd love to be an umpire.
Yeah, so if you wanted to join our group, it's pretty easy, right? So the first part is, as I mentioned, we're all independent contractors. Nobody works for me, right? So everybody's an independent contractor. We just ask you to, you know, there's a few basic things, right? We ask you to own a uniform, right? So dark blue shirt, black pant, charcoal pants, black belt, black hat, blue umpire shirt. That's the minimum, right? So we want you to, like we talked about, Johnny, we want you to show up looking like you're an umpire, not someone
I
from,
like that.
not someone from the stands. We have 2 meetings per year. One is mandatory. We have 2 clinics per year. One is mandatory. And you know, you get out on the field, and based on how good you do, you know, can work your way up to tournament ball. And we do schedule tournaments. We do tournaments, and I do schedule tournaments because it's a different level. But it's pretty simple. I mean, it is pretty simple to do. There is a commitment, right? You need to make a commitment to come to our meeting. You need to make a commitment to come to our training. You got to be open to feedback, right?
Uphold the standards.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. I mean, nobody is the best umpire, right? There's a gentleman who lives in Flagler, he's a bit of a legend, Pete Celestino. I don't know if anybody knows Pete Celestino, but Pete is a great friend of mine. Pete used to be an umpire, professional umpire, and he lives in Flagler County. And he's my guy, right? He's the guy who, when I get off the field, tells me what I did wrong.
Good for you. That's cool.
And because you never stop learning. And I would
Absolutely.
say that's the most important thing. If you want to join our group, you just have to be open to feedback and open to getting better. But it's a simple process.
Yeah. Do you have a lot of guys that, because I know I would be that guy, you know, punching, you know,
Yeah.
you got to be careful. You don't want to punch a 12-year-old out there dancing down the thing, doing the reverse, and then
no
pulling him
Enrico
out.
Palazzo's.
Yeah.
I mean, listen.
Enrico Palazzo.
Yeah, no, you can't, and that's, you can't do
I
that.
have to bring that up.
12-year-old
So that's part of the mentorship.
9-year-old girl getting.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just, it's just we all just learn from each other, right? And we're just trying to make everybody better. And again, nobody's the best. Nobody's better than anyone. I walk off the field with someone who's been umpiring for 3 years, and I say, "Hey, did you see anything? Like, meaning, did you see anything that I could have done differently, or that you have a question about, or that I did wrong?" Right. So it's just so important to make sure that.
And I've always thought with umpires, I know my biggest thing as a coach was at least move to get yourself into a better position to make the right call.
Yeah.
You know, you got some guys that's going to call out a play real close play at second base from behind first base. Like, hey, bro,
yeah, you got to show
over?
the effort. You got to show the effort. I mean, we have again, not teaching umpiring tonight, but we have this concept of angle over distance, right? So it's more important to get the right angle than to move, because you don't want to be moving when you make a call, because the old saying is cameras take better pictures when they're still not moving, right? So angle over distance, but 100%, Tommy, if you show that you want to be out there, right? It starts from that, right?
Sure.
You want respect as an umpire. Show that you want to be out there,
100%.
right? Move. Say the count every now and then. So when there's no scoreboard, tell everybody that it's 2-1, so everybody knows what the count is. Right? Just show that little extra effort. And you had mentioned something before about the problems on the field, right? And how do you prevent those things from happening? Listen, you can't go on YouTube, TikTok, anywhere and not see an umpire video. Right? And there's parents that behave bad, there's coaches that behave bad, there's players that behave bad.
And there's umpires that behave bad.
But there's umpires who behave bad. I'm not trying to throw...
Leslie Neal?
Yeah. I'm not trying to throw any umpire on...
No, I know you're not, but they exist.
Yeah,
they exist.
And I was always taught this concept, and I won't say it, but I'll use a different word, shoot, show, prevention. The other word for... Shoot,
I got you.
Right? I don't know what words I can use here.
You can say that on the show.
Okay. Shit show prevention.
There you go.
So I
love that
was always taught about shit show prevention, right? It's about starting out looking good, right? Moving on the field, right? And addressing issues before they become a problem, right? I will tell you, I'm knocking on wood, I will tell you that I've been doing this for 10 years. I've ejected 2 coaches and 1 player in 10 years. right?
That's not bad.
Yeah.
But it had to be bad. What
Yeah.
was the kid ejected?
The kid was ejected for plowing into a catcher at home.
Ray Fosse thing.
yeah,
keep-
yeah.
Yeah, you know the third base coach
Yeah, it
goes,
was
stay
called
up and get him
called
down.
malicious contact. He came in and he just buried his shoulder into the catcher.
Yeah, you can't
And
do
his
that.
name, I remember his name. His name was Johnny, and he looked up at me. He goes, "I'm gone, right?" And I go, "Yeah, you're gone."
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, you know what? That's the safety.
yeah.
That's
yeah.
the safety
So I
issue.
had-
That's
so I had
not
that.
really a
I
bad
had
ejection.
that. I had a coach that just would not stop, and that was probably the one that I felt really good about. And then I had another coach who argued balls and strikes. The next day, he called me. He goes, "Thanks, I needed to get home." so.
Okay.
So that's like
great.
2.5 ejections,
Yeah,
I would say,
yeah.
because he wanted to go.
And-
But again, I say that because I've been lucky, but I've also been taught. I had a mentor of mine in St. Pete. He was a Master Chief in the Navy. If you want to be taught how to
Oh,
umpire,
yeah.
Master Chief Tim Tully would teach you how to umpire, and he just said, get out ahead of it, get out in front of it, right? And you'll save yourself a lot of headaches.
Yeah.
Not a problem.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. The human element, like I said, it's going to be there.
Because you're never gonna not have that one
Sure.
bonehead in the
No,
stands.
definitely not.
And again, one of the things we talk about is we don't like to deal with fans, right? Don't.
Oh, hello, doctor.
Oh. All right.
Thanks for calling the Chain Gang. What's your name? Where are you from?
Round Top, New York.
Is that Longhorn Paulie?
Yes.
Attaboy. Paulie, thanks for calling the show. You hear? Are you watching the show? You see our umpire tearing it up over here?
Yes, I was watching it, but I don't know how to call and watch at the same time.
Oh, no,
so
it's
I-
all
I
right. You're
turned it
simple.
off.
You're a very simple man. So am I. I would never be able to figure that out, so don't worry about it. But I do have a question, Paulie, while you're on the phone, quick. Rich, my thing is the game has changed so much, especially when it comes to girls softball. My daughter hit a ground rule double, and I have twins, so the other one scored, and as she's rounding third, I give her a smack in the ass.
Yeah.
Oh, this umpire stopped the game and came and totally lit me up for putting my hand on a girl's ass. Am I allowed to say yes?
Well,
yeah, I know. But
that's what
it was. I'm like, he's like, hey, coach, what are you kidding me? I'm throwing you out. I go, whoa, that's my daughter. But there is that thing that you have to watch. You have to be careful of.
Yeah.
I mean, I get what he was saying though.
Yeah, I mean, listen. First of all, they're kids, so you got to be careful with kids, right? So we don't touch the kids. Don't touch the kids. It's pretty simple.
Hands off.
From a baseball rule perspective, you hitting her is not a violation of a rule unless you assisted her. Right?
Yeah, right.
So
Scooted her
if
along.
you scooted her along or pulled
Don't
her back,
slide, yeah.
that's the violation of the rule.
Okay.
I actually had a buddy of mine who's a travel ball coach who called me at 9 o'clock at night. This is the best part of the job, right? You get these calls at crazy times of day.
Right.
We had a travel ball game today, and my kid hit a home run, and I don't know if they smacked him on the back or gave him a high five, and our umpire threw him out and said he was out. No, I'm sorry, called him out for me tapping him on the back. I go, well, that was a bad call.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. Good.
That's not a
But
rule.
there is
So-
things though
Yeah.
because of the crazy
Well, with
times we're in
kids-
now. Yeah.
with kids, you need to be really careful. And again, player safety is huge,
Yeah.
right? Like we do everything we do for player safety. Over in Indian Trails, they have a field where the sun sets like at 6:30.
Oh, I know that son
Right,
trying to
right.
drive in
Yeah.
Broncos Park.
And we will call a game for 20 minutes. because of
okay.
player
Good.
safety.
Yeah, that is safe.
And-
you could get hit.
Yeah, I
You get
could.
that
The
thing.
catcher can, and the pitcher and the batter can't. So we'll call the game, and it's player safety. And those fans are great. And the best part of that is you don't hear a peep. As soon
That's
as you
cool.
involve
That's
player
great.
safety, you don't hear peep.
Yeah, Longhorn Paulie. I'm
So-
sorry that I left you like that, but I wanted you to hear some of this. But you have a question for us, brother?
Yes. I think umpiring, from my experience as an umpire for one game,
One whole
Thankless.
game.
Is thankless?
umpiring a softball game for my team because I had a broken ankle, and I'm umpiring my team playing some other team, and I called one of our guys out at home plate, sliding in, clearly out, and I got ripped a new one and ridiculed. They said it was our team, we could have won that game, blah blah blah. But it's
It's a thankless
really
job.
tough.
It is a thankless job. But like Rich says, he takes the reward when people come and say great job, and he knows he did a good job in the game. No, I guess he didn't throw anybody out as a success, right? Is that?
Yeah. I mean, again, I'm not there to throw people out. We have a thing that we talk about as umpires that we don't like to deal with fans, right? So there's a fan that's out of control. I'll go to the coach and say, hey, coach, I need you to address.
Yeah, and that's
Tommy over there is a little out of control. Can you go take care of Tommy?
I think that's the way to.
If he fixes Tommy or he addresses Tommy and Tommy doesn't stop,
No,
Tommy's
Tommy's going.
Tommy's going, and if he doesn't address Tommy, he's going to go.
Yeah.
So I tell the coach,
Love
either if you fix Tommy, you can stay. If you don't fix Tommy, he's gone.
There's
and
no
you're
fixing
gone.
this Tommy.
Yeah,
but I mean,
so that's the way to deal with it, right?
Yeah.
Don't engage with them and let the coaches deal with it, or the administrator. You know, there are lots of leagues that'll say go get the tournament administrator over. I'm not there for the fans. I'm there for the players.
You have to manage the. You have to manage the fans.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fact that you even have to is horrible, right?
Yeah.
I agree.
Paulie, thanks for calling, brother.
Yeah,
You're a
appreciate it. Longhorn
definite
Paulie.
Longhorn Paulie is solid. He's a loyal man.
Yeah, we
Paulie,
appreciate
thank
it.
you. I'll give you a buzz after.
And you know, Rich.
I'm a low tech guy in a high tech world.
And Rich, when it comes to safety, it's a big thing. Any incidents that you can readily recall where injuries or
Yeah, I mean, I think the most important thing is addressing it, right? So that sun issue is definitely
the sun.
something that we want to deal with. I mean, yeah, I've seen some, probably some broken bones happen on the field.
Oh.
Unfortunate things.
Sliding into bases.
Sliding into a
Yeah, remember
kid
Robin
or
Ventura
something.
holding
Yeah.
his foot and his foot was going
Definitely
down.
have seen. I had a game the other night where this, I think it was a majors game, so it was 12U. This kid took a line drive right off the shin, and the kid made the play, stayed in, stretched it out, stayed in. But I said he's going to have a nice bruise tomorrow. Right?
Oh,
But
that's so painful.
in youth baseball, for sure, what we do is, as soon as there's an injury, the play stops and we address player safety. Right.
Sure.
And again, you'll have an occasional. My run could have scored from third, coach. Player safety. That's a wild card, right? The words player safety you can't argue.
Yeah, no,
player
right.
safety.
Yeah, good for you. That's that safe word. I like that.
you get hit by a line drive, and as Chris Farley used to say in Tommy Boy, that's going to leave a mark.
That is going to leave them all.
And especially
No doubt.
getting hit in the head.
So far, you've got
Somebody-
Palazzo and Tommy Boy.
Yeah, I'll tell you though, as
That
an
penalty.
umpire, you're at risk too behind
Yeah.
the plate.
Oh,
and I've
no
taken,
doubt.
I've taken a few, missed the ball, and it's hit the top of my head, or I've taken a couple in the
Yeah,
inner
yeah.
thigh.
Yeah.
Those aren't.
That's Johnny's
Yeah.
quad chop.
Oh, yeah, the quad chop. You'll
Yeah, there's some.
That happens.
You're a target back.
Oh, no question.
Yeah.
And baseball, when it comes off of a bat, especially a foul tip,
Yeah.
that hurts.
Yeah, with foul ball. Foul
Yeah.
tips are caught.
Yeah.
Don't forget.
That's right. That's right. Foul ball. Oh, there we go. Calling me out. All right. Then he's from Philly. So should we bring a Nick? Courtney, what was the score of the Nick game last night?
switching gears.
Philly-
That's only because
Philly
he's from
lost.
Philly. Yeah,
we lost.
NBA.
Yeah.
He's a Phillies guy. So wait a
108 to
second.
The
102.
Sixers.
What do you think of the managerial
That was a
firing?
big win.
Listen, I think there's a time when you have to move on, right? And I think it was time for the Phils to move on.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens next year. But
I
it was
coached
time.
Robbie Thompson's twins.
Oh,
I
they did?
coached his two
Yeah,
boys.
Thompson was a great man, great guy.
He is a great
He is a great
man.
man. Was a great manager.
Yeah.
It was just time to move. on.
Sure, and Girardi left you guys
Yeah.
because because of the gut check was out.
Yeah.
Joe Girardi wants to manage with his gut. He don't
Yeah.
want to manage by analytic
Yeah.
or feel the people upstairs.
Yeah.
And what's your thoughts on that? Analytics in baseball.
Yeah, I love analytics in baseball.
Do
I think
you?
I'm a huge numbers guy. I think it's great. I think
boy.
that. Yeah. Why?
Really? I just think
wrong
the gut-
answer.
No. It's whatever you think.
Yeah,
if you're in analytics, I just
Yeah.
think I watch Brett Boone. He manages strictly from a book.
Well, Brett, you can manage. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking more about the stat side of it.
Oh, no.
If you're
I'm
talking about
managing.
No. I'm not. And I'm not retracting it because of that. I thought you were talking about analytics in.
Oh,
the
yeah,
game,
in
like
any-
velo speed.
Yeah,
and things
yeah.
like
Oh, I
that.
love that.
Yeah. If
Yeah.
you're talking about managing by analytics, I'm
No, cool for you.
we
I'm
don't-
good. All right, now we're good.
Yeah,
I love you. I
Even
love
though I'm
Rich
from
again.
Philly, I'm all right.
All right, we'll plug Rich again because I like Rich.
All right, so we're coming up at halftime here, the Chain Gang Sports Show, coming to you live as we always do, but especially Thursday night, 6:30 to 7:30. Give us a like, follow, share, and subscribe. Give us a call like Longhorn Polly, 386-251-8100. Talk to Tommy Thunder, Karaoke Courtney, Johnny Monte Carlo, and of course our very special guest tonight, that's Rich Yogel. He is the UIC. When I first saw that, UIC, I was
The
thinking
head man in charge.
That's it. That's right. He is the umpire in chief of the Flagler County
I think that's fantastic.
Association. He is the real deal.
I'm going.
And it's
I'm
great
gonna
to
go.
have
I'm gonna. I really. I want. What? Hey, I gotta ask you a question.
Yeah.
I know I can ask.
How
it.
much?
How much?
Yeah, so I mean, you're going to make anywhere between, in these local leagues, you're going to make anywhere between like 45 and $70 a game.
Okay, so it hasn't gone up that much.
No,
My dad
yeah.
was doing. It was $40. These
Yeah,
guys
yeah,
getting
it
at the
hasn't
high-
gone up. That's a
No,
whole different
okay.
topic. We won't talk
Yeah,
about that.
I'll
tonight.
leave that. I'll leave that.
But yeah,
I'm not doing it for the money.
it
I was just doing it for the
No, and
for the love.
listen. At the end of the day, you do it for the love of the game.
That's it.
And oh, by the way, if it pays for a couple beers on the weekend,
There you go. There
Of
you
course, Tommy Thunder will be the only umpire that's looking to hire Drew Rosenhaus as his agent.
That's
That's
it.
it.
Have you
All right,
seen
we got
this?
the halftime? Here's Karaoke Courtney.
Okay, so we do have a new sponsor tonight, right here in Palm Coast, Scoops and Subs. And they're located 223 St. Joe Plaza Drive. Their phone number is 386-585-4643. Go in there and talk to Train. We actually have a monster.
That's it. Look at that
Right
monster
there.
shake. Is it? You got that on the
Milkshake.
camera? Oh, there. Yeah. Look at that thing.
It's a pound of ice.
She knows the camera's in front of her.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She gets that. I always try to figure out how to get it in the camera.
We have Euros. He's got the Euros.
Oh, I have the Euro. Let me tell you, Train is a great guy. He's a Chicago guy. So what he's trying to accomplish, and he's succeeded, is a Chicago savory sub and home of the monster milkshake.
What's the ingredients? What's all in
And
it?
brother, there is everything's in there. Name it.
My
You name it,
Parkees-
it's in there.
Wait,
Kit
my
Kat.
Parkees might be in there. I
Brownie
don't know.
What do you say?
brownie cookie, some biscottis. It's a milkshake. It's a pound.
Look at that. Not bad for an Irish.
So it'll last you about 3 days.
That is amazing.
Yeah, it'll last you.
That's sugar free, right?
Yeah, sugar free. You looking at it gives you a coma. All right, so where's the thing? Here we go. Oh man,
There
we gotta
we
do
go.
this again.
Focus in, focus in.
Papanavola. How's that, biscotti?
Raise it
All
up
right,
just
that
a
is the Euro. Now that thing, hold it up.
oh,
You see
there you
now?
go.
There it
There you
is.
go.
There it is. Rich, see how you glad to come on the show? You get a bite on that thing, and that's some serious.
that milkshake looks.
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
By the way, I think someone needs to attest.
We
to
got
that,
to say, yeah.
that is real. That is not fake.
Oh yeah, that's
That is
100%
not-
real. Here,
that
look,
almost
look.
looks
I'll
fake.
throw it on
It
quick.
does, right?
Yeah.
It looks like acrylic.
Yeah, that is.
And the girl, Train runs a tough shop over there. He said, that let me check that out before he walks out the door. And the young girl he had working there, she's a champ. She made that. He blends it's amazing. There's so much stuff in there. It's like the Funky Pelican Bloody Mary.
You want to try it?
You know what?
Somebody's got to do
and-
Nobody's,
Nobody's got
it hasn't been
Yeah.
touched yet. Come on, you're a guest. Let him get.
Special guest.
The straw's there, or if you don't want to use the straw,
Go ahead, cut out the middle, man. Go ahead and take.
I will.
Let me tell you something.
Just to prove that it's real, how about I just do this and lift this bad boy out,
Yeah, there you go.
right?
Oh, it's gotta
And,
be.
He's even got manners. He does. I would have, if that was me, somebody off it, I would have slurped it.
Yeah, that's
I would have licked the top right off of
that's
it.
pretty good.
Is it?
Not pretty good. That's amazing.
There you go.
And you said
You
it's
heard it here.
sugar free.
Yeah.
Sugar free.
Scoops and subs.
From the umpire in chief himself.
That's it. He gives it a home
He
run.
gives it validation. That's
Right,
one of the perks of being on Thursday Night Live here with the Chain Gang.
Yeah, that's it. Scoops and subs. Go see the train, the A train.
And what's
running down the tracks? Train Williams.
what's that address again?
It's going to
Scoops.
be 223 St. Joe Plaza Drive. And the phone number is 386-585-4643.
Go see the train, and I'm telling you, that's the right address.
Now that's
So in case anybody wants to, that is the right address.
but that's also
We didn't have
that's
to
in
produce it.
St. Joe's Plaza, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, right
So-
down from Good Vibes.
From Good Vibes.
Good
there you
Vibes.
go. There you go, Mike. Another plug.
Another plug, and they should use the Good Vibes straw. That's what I would recommend.
That is a high volume straw.
That's well,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's amazing. That
it
really
is
amazing.
right. I'm ready to. I'm ready.
Want me to pass it back here?
Pass that
Or
back
what?
down to this side.
No, I'm not. That's yeah.
Give like Mr. Feldbauer. You want to? You sure you don't want to? Yeah, both of you guys the same
You
thing.
want me to have a coma?
No, that's
I know.
not true. That's not true. You voted yes for today, so I'm good.
Are we going to put it back in the
Yeah.
the fridge.
in the refrigerator?
Freezer.
I'm taking
That's
that
what I'm
home.
gonna say.
Courtney. She's
I'm taking that home.
There's always the hey, that's mine.
She's lucky he doesn't have cauliflower.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
That is.
All right,
quite-
so we really don't have fun on the show, so and we'll divvy this Euro in about 4 sections in a minute. We're all getting a piece of lamb. So, Rich, Courtney, take it home. Halftime, Courtney's karaoke. Courtney,
Yes, I'm singing a Fergie song tonight.
Fergie, bring it home
It'll be
for
more than
us.
15 seconds, but
Fergie.
All right, we'll
without
give
the
you
black-eyed
16.
peas?
You got 16.
We'll start the clock late.
Now that's without the black-eyed peas. That's
Yeah.
Big Girls Don't Cry or something. Like that?
I think it is that, is it?
Yeah.
Just Fergie.
Just Fergie.
All right.
All right, shut up.
La 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 la. The smell on your skin lingers on me now. You're probably on your flight back to your hometown. I need some shelter of my home protection, baby. To be with myself and center. Clarity be serenity.
Whoa, that was we even got the umpire getting it, and the umpires they don't clap for anything.
No, that was great. I don't know
Nice job, boy.
I don't know how many guests you have had here, but I can attest that the food was real and that singing was real.
There we go. See that? And the producer, that's not a myth. He's real.
No, it's real.
It's the blow up doll.
And I think if we were to include you in the count for the number of guests we've had so far, it would be one.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
But listen, you might as well, if you're gonna do
The
it right,
first of
you gotta
many.
get the best one on
oh,
first.
thanks.
Well,
bud.
he makes
No,
a,
really, Rich. I tell you what you do, brother.
he makes a
It's
great
thankless.
leadoff hitter.
Yeah,
There we
he
go.
is. Yeah,
I appreciate that, and I'm
Yeah.
honored to be your first. That's
yeah,
He's the Ricky Henderson.
yeah. That's
of the
right.
chain gang.
Best leadoff hitter ever in baseball. You agree with that?
Yeah, I would agree. Ricky's definitely the
Ricky,
best.
man,
Right.
Ricky was
Right up
bad.
Ricky-
He was on the base.
Ricky was third person. Ricky too. You know that.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Ricky,
He was on the Yankees.
Ricky,
Billy
third
Martin was
person Ricky.
perfect as his manager.
Yeah. Ricky's not stealing. Ricky's
No.
stealing. Ricky's gonna bunt. Ricky's not gonna bunt.
Yeah, that's right. He did do the
Oh, yeah,
third.
he was third person Ricky.
That's it. But one thing he was a walking triple.
Oh,
So
yeah?
if he walked, he was on
Yeah.
third within 2 pitches,
Exactly.
and you knew he was going, and his thighs were ridiculous. Anyway, I got Jackie Robinson's jersey on. So keep it with the speed. All right.
You know, one thing I will say about referees, umpires, what pressure, especially as
No, there really
you
is.
go to the major leagues or, the NFL, because every play is analyzed on TV with all the different angles.
And that's so
Then
unfair.
The Jumbotron.
Oh, yeah.
In the stadium.
Oh yeah. Oh
Talk
yeah.
can you imagine if you were on the job and everything you do is analyzed on
That's and to a
You got
point of
people
ridiculous.
booing.
It is to a point of ridiculous.
Yeah,
And
that's
I, Rich will tell you. I mean, from those guys, those pro umpire. I mean, that's the toughest job I've ever seen. And you don't ever want to be as an umpire. Like, remember the no-hitter, the kid
Yeah.
from Detroit?
Oh,
Play
yeah.
it
when
first, where he was-
the perfect game. That was a perfect game.
Perfect game. He was
He came out crying the next day.
Yes.
Remember the
Yeah, he
umpire
sure did.
at the I forget his name, but at that meeting, at the plate meeting, he was
Wasn't
literally.
it wasn't Rich Garcia,
No,
but
he was crying at the plate meeting because they sent out the pitcher to deliver the roster for the lineup for the next game.
That's right.
And he was
And he
literally crying
bawling.
that he blew that guy's
perfect game. And
on a
you
bad call.
can't. And he,
Yep.
as much as he said, I made
We're
the
human.
wrong call.
We're human,
That's
right?
it.
We're human. We say that, listen, we're human. Any sports official, by the way, not just umpires.
Sure.
We're human, and you know what? We'll stop making mistakes when balls stop going through the players' legs, and coaches
Yeah.
send the runner at the wrong time.
Sure.
Yeah. How different is our mistake than that mistake?
Right. No, I agree.
And we
That's
don't want to make
good
mistakes.
point.
Nobody wants to go out on the baseball field. I don't go to a game and go, "Hey, today I'm going to blow an obstruction call."
Yeah.
Like I don't like.
Yeah, no,
like,
I get it, and you
like,
make such a great point about the third base
Yeah.
coach wheeling somebody in, and he
Yeah.
gets thrown out by 5 feet.
Yeah.
Where's his?
Does somebody come out and yell at him for
Yeah,
that?
yeah, no,
Right?
exactly.
Right?
Good for you. That's
Yeah.
a great analogy.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, hey, we just touched upon it just prior to halftime. The NBA, your Knicks are doing good.
The Knicks and Rich is a Philly fan, and he's acknowledged that the Knicks are playing ever since they moved Big Cat to that point center. He now has 10 assists, 12 rebounds, 20 points. He's consistently doing things. He's facilitating from the top of the elbow. I mean, and you can't get any better than that. And then he got Brunson, who's freakish with all the moves, and Bridges has gotten hot. Anunoby's really been red hot.
Anunoby was the key. That
Oh,
big
yeah.
man. That's yeah. I will tell you, I'm a Philly fan, and we talked before the
Yeah.
show. I will tell you that those Knicks, if they stay healthy,
Yeah,
it's-
well, and I can tell you who was missing. The reason we didn't win by 20 or 30, Mitchell Robinson is such a key component in that Knick offense. He's led the league in offensive rebounds 3 years in a row. The Knicks have led the league as a team in offensive rebounds, and yet they had none or one going into the third quarter yesterday. So a key loss.
He's banged up now a little bit. Too,
Yeah.
In the game 3, so the series goes to Philadelphia 3-4, and indeed they need Embiid. I mean, I've often have said that.
Yeah, there's no question Embiid is a game changer.
Yeah.
But, and you know, the owners of Philly, and I'm sure you saw it. Did you see the Rich Eisen show? Where they talked about Philadelphia, the organization has gone as far as, because the Knicks out, the attendance was more Knicks fans in the last time they were in Philly. Remember Embiid went crazy?
Yeah.
How dare you? The fans had turncoats. He begged Embiid's thing. If you saw it, his first thing said was, "Don't sell your tickets to Knicks fans."
Yeah.
And then Philadelphia, the organization, went as far as any tickets bought outside of the greater Philadelphia area were going to be refunded. So if you bought your tickets from New York, from your Long Island home, they're coming back.
You don't realize how close those cities are in that rivalry.
No question.
Yeah.
You know, going back to Philly and Boston, Philly's a great sports city. My dad lived there. The Phillies, it's a shame seeing them struggle with
Well, they're
Bryce Harper.
they're a little. Harper's turning it around, and that team's getting into their groove. That's how, as speaking baseball, that's the longest season. Right?
Oh, gosh.
I mean,
Can you imagine that?
162
games.
You have a 15-game run. Everybody's going to have a 15-game run that's not going to be good, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah,
And
no,
the
you're
Phillies
right.
just had theirs in the first 15.
Yeah,
Right?
and the Mets.
So yeah, and the Mets. Yeah, we had a saying in Philadelphia that
The two
fans,
longest.
my Philadelphia fans said that the Phillies were doing so bad we didn't notice how bad the Mets sucked.
Yeah, that's right. There you go. And he's, I like it. He pushes the edge with us.
That is, if there's one season that's longer than the Major League Baseball season, it's the Atlantic Hurricanes.
Courtney, what do you? Yeah, no question.
Such a
The NBA. What did we? The Timberwolves, San Antonio.
T-Wolves. Hey, did you see them?
What is it? 1-1, right?
Yeah, 1-1
Yeah.
now. And now it's
they're
back
tied.
in Minnesota.
It's going back to big win for the Anthony Edwards going into Wembanyama's home.
Yeah, but Wemby took control last night.
Yeah.
The
How does he
alien,
not
as
take
they
control?
call him.
7'8" or whatever he is,
Incredible.
freak. Yeah.
You're never tall enough.
And what do we got? The Lakers.
Lakers and Thunder.
Lakers did not look good
Tonight at
against the
9:30.
Oh, that's right. It's game 2 tonight. But they didn't look good at all.
Did not look good.
Well, now when is Doncic? What is with it?
Well, they need him. He'll
Softy.
probably
He lost
show
all the
up.
weight. Everything was great. Now
Yeah.
playoffs coming. He's a disappearing act.
But a big weekend coming up in sports, as we always preview on this show on Thursday Night Live. Chain Gang Sports Show. Give us a like, follow, share, and subscribe. Get in contact with us. Call
That's
us,
it.
386-251-8100. Want to be a guest on the show? Have something to say? Now's your opportunity. You can
There you go.
talk to our special guest, Rich Ogle, a UI. You know what? When I first saw that, and I know I said it before, the UIC, I had to look it up. That's the umpire in chief.
Yeah.
As you said, the head man.
Head man in charge. I was just.
Head man
I was
in
a
charge.
little. But let me tell you something. If you guys remember on the last show, I said, we got Courtney and I have laptops in front of us trying to get our stats up and make sure. And then there's old Spiral. And
Old Spiral notebook,
Spiral
that's me,
brought
man,
it
I'll
out.
tell you what.
The Spiral is out.
Somebody's got to buy them, though. And I get those babies when they're buy one, get one free. I want you to know I stock up. Let me tell you.
Listen, my screen is blank. I'd rather have the Spiral.
Hey, plus we've got NHL action.
Oh.
That's,
Ducks.
yeah, we don't want to.
Yeah, not good.
Yeah, the Ducks won to the Golden Knights 3-1.
Oh, okay. It got back,
So they're
evened it up
tied-
1-1,
They're
right?
tied 1-1.
Okay.
And the
Carolina, Philly?
Sabres won the Canadians.
Oh,
So they
Buffalo.
won. Buffalo.
Shuffle off the
1-0.
Buffalo, baby. Hey, they're
know,
going to win
Tom-
that and the Super Bowl this year.
You know, Tommy
I
Courtney,
traded.
Rich and I, we were talking before going on, and he
Oh, he's
has
got to
us-
be a Flyer guy. Oh, Broad Street Bullies.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Flyers, but also Carolina is going to be in, they're one of the
The
top.
team looks, again,
Yeah.
I'm a Philly fan, but I'm a realistic Philly fan.
Yeah, sports fan.
The Knicks look really good. I don't see how Philly can beat the Knicks. And Carolina's fast. I mean,
Oh, yeah,
that
they
team
are.
is just fast.
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
you know what? In
I'll be
hockey,
cheering for the Flyers and I'll be rooting for the Flyers. I'm far from a bandwagon guy, but I'm a realist.
Yeah.
That team is fast.
Yeah.
We got to win the night. It
was like when the Knicks, when the Rangers, when the Rangers played the Panthers, you know what I noticed is the game is really the keys to the game is from blue line to blue line. People always think it's in the offensive zone, but blue line to blue line. And the Panthers, when they won it, they were so big and strong.
Yeah.
You didn't get into the zone. They made it difficult for you to get in the offensive zone. So, and then speed does kill in hockey. Speed is key in hockey.
Don't count out Buffalo though.
No, baby.
Buffalo
It's Super
with-
Bowl and Stanley Cup same year. I've
Yeah.
told you I'm off the jet. I am not a bandwagon guy either. But when you've been on the jet wagon for as long as I have, it's time to get off. I'm off. I'm telling you, I can't do it anymore. Joe Namath's jersey.
I heard the Jets looking at Russell Wilson.
Yeah, oh God. Yeah. Why not?
Why not?
Why
$150
not
million
Russell Wilson? Let's bring in Joe Namath again.
Well, you know who else is looking at Russell Wilson is NBC Sports.
Yeah.
yeah,
Sunday Night Football
that's where
coverage.
Russell Wilson has a better fit.
Yeah, Russell
I think the
Wilson.
time has come, and just like Aaron Rodgers,
than
we're all
likely.
still waiting
Yeah.
with bated breath that when the big announcement's going to come. I don't know why he does this every year. It drives me bananas.
Russell Wilson in place of Matt Ryan. That's who he would be actually on the
On the
NFL
NBC.
coverage.
Okay,
Yeah.
I mean, I was like, Matt Ryan
NFL
trying for the
Today,
Jets too.
actually. Yeah, no.
Everybody's trying out for the Jets.
But we'll see what happens.
let's get it back. We'll stay
We've got
current.
the schedule release coming up. It'll be released either between, well, I'm going to say around the 12th. That
Yeah,
would
they
be-
started rookie mini camps already. I mean,
Tuesday.
if you want to talk football, it is a 20. You can go 12 month, year round.
Yeah, we'll be talking about that next
But we're
week.
talking NBA, NHL, and
NBA,
MLB.
NHL.
MLB.
Hey, and I'm going to bring up that nasty subject once again because it was finalized today apparently that the NCAA, both in the men and women, they're going from the the 68 to 76 teams now. And it's been 68 since 1980.
Yeah, and like I told you, what is the gain? Because let's face it, if you're not in the top, granted, there's always a Cinderella, but it's never going to be the 76th ranked team. I can tell you that. Just moving forward is these guys with the play-ins, like whatever, these small schools. It's just not. I think it's just a waste of time.
I got to put it to Rich on the NBA officials and how difficult it is to keep up with that fast-paced
Yeah,
game.
that I've never officiated anything other than baseball. That sport is like a workout. Those guys.
Oh,
are
no
running.
question.
They don't get to sit on the bench.
No,
Right?
they-
They don't get a sub.
Got to have a good set
They
of
are
lungs.
yeah. back and forth. That is a sport that. And listen, doing baseball, you're doing probably 200 squats a game.
Oh, no,
right?
listen, I was just thinking about that. I got
yeah.
stuck on against
Yeah,
the wall.
you're
It's
doing
practice.
some squats, and if you're on bases,
You're
you're running,
squatting?
right? So you can get some exercise out there. But those basketball referees, man,
Yeah, they're up and down.
that is a workout.
That is crazy.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of overweight basketball
No.
referees,
No.
right?
Yeah.
'Cause they are moving.
Yeah, I was a little
They don't have
disappointed
time.
in the local flag football. They had the referees out there just putting on like a t-shirt over. It just didn't look good. They didn't have hats. It looked so unprofessional. With
Yeah,
the
and Tommy, that's exactly why we do what we want to do. Right?
guys
'Cause
wanted
it starts with
slides.
how you show up on the field. I told you, I worked for a guy in St. Pete. He was a master chief in the Navy. He scheduled us. If your shoes were dirty and you showed up, he wouldn't schedule you until you cleaned your shoes. I
Good
mean,
for
it's
that. Good
all
for him. Because,
about.
like in this football,
Yeah.
these guys showed up in slides.
You gotta, if you want to be taken seriously, you gotta look serious. We say a couple
Right.
of sayings, right? If you want to be taken seriously, you gotta look like you're serious. We also say if you want them to buy the call, you gotta sell the call, right?
There you go. Yeah.
Right.
Safe? No. A loud safe call,
Sure,
right?
sure. Let everybody know.
Not
I like
out.
that.
A loud out call.
Yeah.
You want them to buy it, you better sell it,
Yeah,
right?
good for
and,
you.
And
All right.
that's another thing again, that's another thing that we take somebody who said, oh yeah, I umpired my kids, right? Great. This could be a really good umpire.
Yeah.
But that's the kind of stuff that they need to learn to be even a better umpire,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Safe is not just safe. On a bang bang play, you
Yeah.
better sell that call if you want them to buy it.
Yeah. So the 18, you say you're doing 18.
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
mean, how's the competition?
That's pretty good. I
Is
mean,
it?
yeah. I will say again, through the other organization that I work for, I do high school, but the youth baseball 18U it can be pretty competitive.
Okay, so that
Yeah.
was where I was confused,
Yeah.
and it's just like
Yeah.
any of the. So the top baseball players are playing at this school.
Yeah, so youth. Flagler Umpire Association does. Flagler County Umpire Association does youth ball, right? So
Right.
it's the little leagues and the big.
So, but
groups.
the 18U.
So there's
right, those are the kids that didn't make that.
Or they might not have made it, or their high school lets them play. Some high schools let their kids play rec
Both?
ball.
Okay.
Some high schools don't, right? So And again, how is it? It's good. I mean, you can see a kid throw in, the upper 70s, low 80s at that level just over here at Indian Trails. I mean, there are some kids some kids are ineligible for grades, right? So they can't play high school baseball, so they play rec ball. Yeah, you can see some pretty good competition.
Yeah, so here's another question I have for you, staying with the sports. So I worked for a company called Time to Sign Sports, and what we did was we would set up showcases. And the showcases were not, I did go field balls. Manny Machado, when he was coming out of high school, I went and played first base for Manny Machado, he was showcasing.
Yeah.
Okay, we all knew he didn't need to showcase. Yeah. He was Miami's, the area's best player. He was going in.
He already had his field inked.
But we got to go see him. And I played first base. The first ball he threw from deep short, I had a first baseman's glove on. I quickly changed to a catcher's mitt. Because that dude was throwing.
He burned it in there, huh?
It was 94, 95 plus coming across from deep short. That's a long way to keep it at that velocity.
And to throw it at that velocity is
right.
one thing, but to be accurate is another.
But these showcases,
get that in there.
Yeah, what they were more designed, like Time to Sign, was for the kid that's not drafted in the first round to a pro team out of high school. It's for the kid that wants to continue playing baseball, but at college level. May it be a secondary D1 or D2, D3. Keeping the kid involved in the game and going to college and playing sports, which is huge. And I love I loved doing that. It was a great satisfaction for me.
Yeah, it's great.
But my question to you is the talent in Florida.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable in every sport.
Yeah, speaking more to my high school work that I do with the other organization, I will tell you that the level of play, I did high school when I was in Pennsylvania, the level of talent here. And it's probably because they get to play 10 months of the year. Let's lay it out there.
Yeah.
But the level of talent here,
it's crazy.
It's.
So from being from the Northeast, lacrosse is huge, right? We dominated in lacrosse, Long Island, all the areas, Maryland. Florida picked up lacrosse late. When I was down in South Florida, it was like the first year of club sport. They're now top teams in the state because the athlete here is freakish.
They're outside a lot more, right?
No,
they have the opportunity to be outside.
But they said the best pitchers that come out of the best pitchers are the ones from up north.
Why do you think that is?
Because they're not throwing 10 months out of the year.
That's exactly right.
It's because they're well-rested
exactly
arms.
Right.
They're just doing... That's when I heard it, I knew
makes total sense.
Yeah, and how many Tommy John surgeries do we have now in 16-year-olds?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's that is one thing that you cringe as an umpire because you really can't do much about it.
You can't do it?
No, you really can't. It's up to them to kind of police their pitch counts and stuff. I don't have an indicator in my pocket that counts Johnny's pitches, right?
Okay.
So that is a sad thing that you see from time to time where you're just going like, oh, somebody needs to challenge this kid's pitches because he's been out there way too long.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So
and throwing the curveball at 10 years old and they're throwing it nine pitches out of 10.
Absolutely.
You know, with sports, you think of baseball, sure, Texas, but Florida is for baseball and football, track as well, football in Pennsylvania, right?
Yeah.
And when I think of volleyball players, for some reason, I think of California.
Sure.
Pepperdine University.
Sure, UCLA, always. UCLA. Yeah, always.
When I think of basketball, I think of the upper Northeast, right?
Yeah.
New York, New Jersey, that's
right. Texas,
just some
football,
region.
Yeah. And Florida
football.
I coached
football.
Pop Warner won a national championship, I'll say, but the only 7 years out of the 8 that I coached, 7 years we came down here for the national championship. The 1 year we won it was because we didn't draw a Florida team in the first round. Because otherwise, when we did, if it's 28-0, they have to stay between the tackles. They had their guards playing running back by the end of the game, and they were still running it right up the month.
And the Miami Hurricanes capitalized on that in the 80s.
Back in the 80s,
with Howard Snellenberger, who, of course, was an assistant coach with the Miami Dolphins in the glory years of the 70s.
Yeah.
Boy, and it is. It doesn't just seem like a long time ago.
Bro, he put FAU back on he put FAU on the map.
Right,
well,
he
Florida,
did.
Again, because he was able to...
Louisville, he was a great coach all the way around. And, of course, Jimmy Johnson and those that, came after him, they recruited heavily from South Florida. We want to thank our food sponsor, Karaoke Courtney.
Oh, yeah, Scoops and Subs right here in Palm Coast, 223 St. Joe Plaza, 386-585-4643. Just go in there and talk to Train. Get a pound of ice cream.
Train will turn you on to a pound, and he's very proud of the Chicago-style beef sandwiches that he does have, and the gyro.
And they do catering, too.
And he has a sandwich called I think he called it the Big Sneaker, which was
Sneaker?
yeah, that's what he called.
Was that the
It's gotta be
Bob
on yet, but it was the weird. It was it had pastrami on it, corned beef, pastrami, and one other. Sorry about
Pastrami.
that. Spit flying. Karaoke's getting rained on.
When I think of the Big Sneaker, I think of Bob Lanier, the Hall of Fame Detroit Pistons center with the
Yeah, that's what I
22
think.
Triple E.
Yeah, no, well, I'm not crazy. It's called the Gym Shoe Sandwich. Sorry.
Jim Shoes.
Gyro meat, roast beef, lettuce, tomato, onion, tzatziki sauce, cheese. That's a sandwich. That's the Big Sneaker.
I gotta jump in for a minute here.
Okay,
we got
here
a
we
little.
go.
We got a little bit of news.
Little new.
You know, Mighty Matt. Remember he called in
Oh, Mighty Matt. Yeah, the
the weightlifter.
yeah LSU. Where did he commit?
Well, no, they had a meet today, and his mom put this up, so I'm going to read it. It's a proud mom moment. It's official. We're coming home with the state champion. Matthew crushed Olympic portion at the state championships in Lakeland, Florida. Not only did he take gold, but he shattered the previous state total record, which stood at 645 pounds, with a massive 660-pound total, by far his best ever. What an unbelievable way to finish out his senior year. So proud of the hard work, dedication, and heart this young man.
And he was on our show.
Yeah, he called in.
He called in, and he was trying to. He was goading me into. But is LSU the final destination?
I'm not sure what he's picked.
Good for him. Congratulations, because let me tell you something. Weightlifting in high school has gotten competitive. Super competitive.
660 pounds.
That's a whole lot.
That's. Yeah, I could do that.
Eat a couple more of those milkshakes.
Yeah, I was going to say.
They better have way protein in it.
man.
Way more protein.
That's impressive.
Yeah,
I wish
good
I
for
could.
him.
I wish I could tune in and see all the highlights coming up at 2 a.m. on Sports Center about that.
2 a.m.
That would
for
be
high school
nice.
sports. His mom is awesome. She has a podcast called The Ruckus Room, and she does. She will you want to go out and stick your foot in the water there. She likes challenging the
Well, the school board,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
local
yeah,
government,
local government,
people that open their mouths.
people that make too big ice cream cones. She's a beast, and I'm proud, and congratulations to her as well.
Hey, you know, NASCAR going into their 12th week of racing. They're at Watkins Glen.
New York, baby.
In New York. And Tyler
road track.
Reddick still has 5 wins.
What'd you say about
The road track, right?
road
Yeah,
track.
Watkins Glen. Yep.
Possibly the top
Small
road
town,
course.
upstate New York. Round Top Paulie, Longhorn Paulie's not far.
Yeah, it's been going on since 1986, that race.
Has it?
Yep. And Sherry DeVoe, the trainer, the first woman trainer. We talked about it briefly
Kentucky
on
Derby.
Monday's show. Yeah, with Golden Temple, I believe was the horse's name, is not going to race in the Preakness.
I watched.
You know, there's
Secretary
only been 2
Paulie
Triple
morning.
Crown winners in the last 40 years. And
Yeah,
that was
Affirmed.
2015.
Affirmed was one.
Pharaoh in 2015 and in 2018.
Okay, I was going back.
Affirmed. Yeah.
Affirmed and Alley Dog was 77, 78.
That's
That was
Steve Cawthon, right?
Stevie Cawthon. Yeah,
Wow.
I went out with.
No, that's only 40 years, not 50 years.
Okay, easy.
Yeah.
Easy, Johnny.
Hey, we throw around decades like a lot of people throw around years, so
Yeah.
but it's good to have that kind of memory. Hey, we want to thank our very special guest, Rich Yokel, who is the umpire-in-chief, the UIC. When you see UIC, it's the umpire-in-chief of the Flagler County Umpire Association. Rich,
Thank you. Yeah,
it's been great to
appreciate
have
it.
you on this
If I
show.
could just throw out the email address. If
Absolutely, everything.
If
Go ahead,
anybody's
brother.
interested in umpiring with us, Flagler County Umpire Association, spell it out, Flagler County Umpire Association at gmail.com.
Excellent. And I recommend anybody, it's obviously a well-done organization because Rich is in charge. So, thanks, brother.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you so much for this. It's been
Yeah.
great. And a lot of fun, too.
Courtney, we're sorry we
Singing
bullied
for
you out a
Our
little
pleasure.
bit on the baseball.
No, I'm
Okay.
glad to
As
be
long as you
here.
got to sing. That's what we want.
Oh,
Glad to
good.
be here.
Nothing like a
Have a
good
night, guys.
halftime show. Take care.
Good night, everybody.
We want to give a big shout out to the U.S. News
Did we
and
actually
Entertainment
leave it?
Network